did not see it, okay? But I've already got text messages all about it, okay?
All right, so of course she said that not only would she fight you, but she thinks she'd outbox you. So what's your initial reaction to hearing this news? And she's going to be here tonight, so what do you plan on saying to her?
Well, look, I can fight for any charity event, okay? We can raise money, and we can let you try to showcase your skills and talent, you know what I mean? I'll probably use my jab only, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, I don't know why you want to gun after me. I've heard you say my name so many times in the past, but it just is this is not what boxing is to me, right? That's not what boxing is to me. But at the end of the day, Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. just fought again a few years ago, right? So if we could do something for charity, if I could put money in the pockets of some foundations, a plethora of foundations, if we can do something to get some money together, and if the fans were actually interested in something like this, it's not really in my heart, it's not in my soul, but for the people and for charity, I would make something like that happen, you know? And I would wear bigger gloves, I would let her use smaller gloves, and I would let her wear a headgear too, okay? I mean, I don't even want to punch a girl in the face, you know?
Thank you.
All right, man, you see Keith Thurman respond to Claressa Shields calling him out. I thought it was an old tweet or something like that. That's what I thought it was, like a possible old tweet or whatever, but it's new. It was new. And Keith Thurman said, yeah, I got text about it and asked about it. He said, yeah, we could do something for charity. I'll wear big old gloves. She can wear headgear. I probably won't use nothing but my jab. And like I said before, women want to be the dominant gene. I keep telling y'all that. A lot of women, it's the difference between being jealous and hating. All right? I'm not saying all women. A lot of women fall in one of those two categories. They either jealous about not being a man, or they hate men because they not men. Because they are physically inferior. You know, and overall in society throughout civilization, in history throughout civilization, they have been seen as inferior. They are not equal to men. This is why you go to certain places, they still don't give them rights. This is why that girl locked up in Dubai still, or over in the UAE, I'm not sure if it was Dubai, I think it was Dubai. And she locked up. That don't mean I don't respect women. I'm just calling it how it is. You know, I give everybody the proper respect, you know, until you violate and cross that respect. Either you're going to get checked or I'm going to isolate myself from you. So it's not nothing sexist. You know, a lot of people probably say, oh, it's sexist. It's not. It's just what it is. You know, but anytime you are superior, nobody's superior all the way around. Women have their, you know, they have their advantages, and they have a lot of them. You know, they don't really look at their advantages as advantages, like some men don't really look at their advantages as advantages. You know, one of their biggest advantages is because how stupid men are. Men think because they're physically superior to women, real quick, before I get into it, that's the end all be all. We underestimate women. I would underestimate women if I really grew up and didn't pay attention how they operated. I would underestimate them. I do not. No, that wasn't a coincidence how she played you. No, it wasn't a coincidence how she seduced you and how she played you. It's not a coincidence. Once you pay attention to all the downfalls, your father, your cousins, and all this type of stuff, man, I'm going to tell you a story real quick before I get into this per se. And women know, right? Women know when other women are not good for their brother, their cousin, whatever. I had a cousin, whatever, right? And I don't know why I remember this story. My grandma fried some great chicken, right? So apparently my cousin was messing with this light-skinned girl. She was fine too. My grandma fried the chicken, whatever. We all ate, whatever. They ate out front. She left or whatever. My grandma was like, you had me fried chicken for that skeezer. And it didn't last. She already knew she wasn't a good woman. She knew it. Now, if you lucky enough to have a woman that's not, and that's his grandmother, so you already know grandma gonna look out for you. Or you lucky enough to have sisters, mothers, grandmothers look out for you to know a woman not no good. You better off. Some women won't even tell you, bro. Some won't even tell you, but women playing chess, and a lot of you dudes still, y'all ain't even playing checkers, y'all playing Connect Four. But you know, Claressa Shields doing here is getting some clout. She wouldn't get in the ring with Keith Thurman. She wouldn't dare try to outbox Keith Thurman. She wouldn't dare box Keith Thurman. Like Keith Thurman said, what do I got to gain? Unless it's for charity, unless the people really want to see it, they want to put the charity up. I don't have nothing to gain out of it. And that's the right mindset to have. I mean, why I'm gonna jump at an opportunity to box Claressa Shields for, and then she gonna get in there with somebody who don't really care, somebody like Adrian Broner, who she hit with a good shot, then knock her ass out, and then he'd be wrong, and then they'd be screaming feminism and sexist, and they'd be screaming all these different things and stuff of that nature, So, like he said before, I probably won't use nothing more than my jab. And dude, she got to be doing this for clout. You got to be doing this for clout. And what's so funny is a lot of these women that sit here for publicity in boxing and sports, because Ronda Rousey did in the WNBA, they sit here and think the solution is to use a man and use the men's sport, or the down in man box, or down the NBA for not supporting the WNBA. And the NBA support the WNBA more than female women do. But they sit here and think like, using a man's name or downing a man in some capacity is the proper way to promote. All you do is turn away your core fan base. All you do is isolate the men that do support women's boxing or women's basketball. Nobody want to hear that. The solution is to call out women for not supporting the sport. The solution is to call out the people that's promoting boxing not to do a better job promoting women's boxing, women's basketball, putting on basketball and boxing and tennis clinics in their inner city so people can join and women can get into sports and join it and see what to get a feel for it. That's the problem in men's boxing. Ain't nobody putting on boxing clinics. Ain't nobody doing pop-up clinics, in the inner cities so kids can come and get a feel for it and see what they like. And another issue is, too, parents don't do what parents supposed to do. Parents do what the kids want to do. They ask them, hey, do you want to go to summer camp? They ask them, you want to play basketball? They ask them, you want to play soccer? And all these kids say, no. I'd rather play the game. I'd rather play the game. I'd rather play the game. Or I'd rather do this. And they let kids do whatever they going to do. It's an actual statistic that kids that stay busy and in school activity or out of school activities, and they have more extracurricular activities in and out of school, they turn out to be well-rounded adults. So it's nothing, if you got a fight week in Houston, it's nothing to do a pop-up clinic, for the whole fight week. It ain't nothing to do a pop-up clinic. You got a weigh-ins at the pop-up clinic. You had a final press conference at the pop-up clinic area. You can have the whole event at the pop-up clinic, and kids can come down and see if they like it. In the local gym, you can donate gloves, shoes, and stuff there to them. But long story short, with Claressa Shields and Keith Thurman, dude, they really want to up this. They really gonna want to see, women gonna really see that fire really hot and it really burn. And they starting to see that with a lot of these women that's quote unquote choosing to be single by choice, and they seeing that the shit hard. You got women starting to wake up and say, man, we fought for the rights to work when we stayed at home, and all we had to do was wash, cook, and clean and stay in shape and take care of the kids. Yep, you fought for that independence. And they got their way of charming you at work to pick up the 60-pound box that they required to be able to pick up or not work there, and try to finesse you, and they use you to pick up the box, then turn around and use you and step on you like shit. When you spin the block, when you go around the block a couple of times, you understand how females operate. You understand why certain dudes get the women and certain dudes don't get the women. Certain dudes, you got three categories. You got the guys that can get women. You got guys who don't get women, right? When you got the guys that don't get women, right? Or let's say not get women. You have the guys that have successful women, and you have guys who don't have successful women. Let's break it down. That don't have to mean dating. That can mean working together, being kosher. But once you break it down, the guys who don't have success holding conversations with women, you can break that down in 2 categories. Either they don't want to improve, they don't want to leave their comfort zone, right? Or you got the guys who just don't care. They just like, okay, it is what it is. I don't care. And the guys who have successful women, which it doesn't have to fall under one sexuality or one preference, but the guys who have, because it's not just sex. We talking about interactions, everything else. And the guys who have successful women, hold conversations with women, women gravitate just to want to be around them. They have took time, or excuse me, when I break down the guys who don't have success, you got guys who don't care. You got guys who lazy, who don't want to do the work. Them the 2. Guys who don't care and lazy don't do the work. The guys who are successful women, they pay attention, they study, they process, they honest with each other, with themselves, and they know what women like through failures, through success. They know you don't argue with them. You know what they want. So you know the way Keith Thurman answered that question, he understand. He's 30-something years old. He around my age. He understands how women work. He understands how this feminist thing works. If he turn around and say, "I knocked it," you can't win. It's the way his diplomatic answer to him fighting Claressa Shields was the perfect answer possible. Because he said, "I knocked that." No, then he's a sexist. He's a DV abuser. And then some girl gonna come out and say, "Keith Thurman abused me in a hotel. He did this, that, and the third to me." So his answer was perfect. He understands how women work. His answer didn't need a publicist, very intelligent guy, you could tell. Perfect. Claressa Shields just trying to do something for Clout. She trying to get her name up instead of, thinking of the correct solutions or better solutions other than to knock a man dick in the dirt to prop women's boxing up, which is not going to happen. Because how you going to knock the men's dick in the dirt to prop a sport up that's supported solely by men, or the majority is promoted by men or supported by men? It's not going to work. All she doing is continuing to turn off more and more fans to Claressa Shields. She trying to do what Ronda Rousey did. What worked for Ronda Rousey and her demographic background, even black guys, oh, she's sexy, she beautiful, she cool. I didn't really think she was all that shit like they was popping off to be. But that ain't really my speed. I don't really like dabble too much in the mayonnaise nation, but some fine white girls up there, but I ain't really my preference. And when she do it, it's a totally different thing, bro. But like I said before, great answer by Keith Thurman. Great way to handle it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts. Check out the Women's Boxing playlist as well too. Peace.